Hey guys, we're back. This time we're going to be taking a look at the first expansion for Frag, Deathmatch. And their slogan on this is, if it's still moving, shoot it again. And this was released, I think, in 2001, back when the original game was out. And most of what is in this expansion is actually included in the Frag Gold for the Win FTW expansion. There's a few things in here that weren't included in that, and just wanted to show you guys what was in here. It actually comes packaged in the Ziploc bag. That was the packaging for it at the time, which is kind of funny. So the first thing we have in here is, the front of it here is the rules flyer. And talks about the expansion on the front because it was actually the packaging. Here you got a list of game components, variants, a way to attach the map to the original map. There's a couple different game variations on here. And the rules for team play, which is nice with the bases and capture the flags. That was not included in the For the Win update. And then a bunch of different team games. And on the back are some of the new stuff. The barrels were included in there, the exploding barrels when you shoot them. The things they did not put back in there, though, it was kind of annoying, were the napalm launcher and the mine launchers, as well as the guided nuke. So, handful of new weapons, which is part of why I picked this up. Next thing we got here is our map. Again, it's the paper fold-out kind. Same style as the original. It's about the same size, I think. I haven't actually counted the squares. I'm pretty sure they're the same size. They're just folded different than the actual new board ones. And this one is the same as the flip side that came with the Frag Gold For the Win. This is only a single-sided map. Not sure why they did that back then. They were doing good with the double-sided in the original. But the very interesting map here has a kind of an open area in the middle. You have an acid pool on one side, water on the other side, which was a new feature at the time. And then you have this cool zigzag room here. And then your various power-up points along the map. But always nice to have a new map to play on. As I said, these were included in the For the Win expansion, this map anyway. So if you have that for the new gold edition, then you don't actually need this map. And it folded out white side out too, so you can see what the map looked like, which is kind of weird. Next we have a whole bunch of tokens. These ones are for use with the napalm gun. You get 2 of those. Then we have a bunch of barrel tokens. These again were included in the For the Win gold edition. And these ones are really thin, by the way, too. They were actually a sheet of paper you had to cut out yourself. And got more of those. As I said, with my other one, I replaced mine with actual wooden barrels from the hobby store. They're like $2 for 9 of them. You get plenty. Got a couple tokens for our guided nuke. There's a couple tokens for our landmines. Oddly enough, the landmine gets 2 charges, and I want to say there's 2 landmine droppers, so they don't give you enough tokens for them, if I remember correctly. Then we have our base tokens for our capture the flag games and team games. And then we have our flag tokens for our capture the flag games. I'm not sure how I'm going to work these with the new characters. I might fold them over at the bottom and make them into a little triangle shape like that so they stand up, and you could just put them with your character. The original design of the way they're made was to go with the original character tokens, and when you picked up the flag you actually moved this over and put the flag on the base with your guy to signify you were carrying it. And it doesn't work so well with the new plastic figures, so I haven't figured that out. Like I said, I might just make them do a little triangle type base so that they stand up on their own. You actually get a whole cast of new characters. And they don't really change anything in the game other than what your guy looks like. They have names. I think they all say the expansion name at the bottom too. And just new options for your player characters. Don't have a lot of use for these with the gold edition because we use the actual plastic figures. And honestly, when we play most of our games, people bring their favorite figure from their favorite game and just use those to represent their character anyway, so we don't even use the actual official plastic figures anymore. So if you have the Gold for the Win expansion, you get a handful of new weapons. It ends up being these three right here: a shock glove, a heavy beam pistol, and an assault shotgun. Well, in this version of the game, not only do you get those, but you get a whole pile of other weapons. Some are repeats of other weapons in the game, others are brand new, like the guided nuke, the napalm launcher, shot glove, we already had one of, the assault shotgun. Pulse rifle, I think there's one of them in the stock game, gives you another one. Trank pistols are kind of cool, you get another missile launcher. Then you get the mine droppers. And as I was saying, there's 2 mine droppers with 2 ammo each, but they only give you 2 tokens, which is kind of annoying if both of these come up at the same time. Get another heavy beam pistols. And so there's a couple new weapons in there, and then a couple extras of weapons we've already had. Onto our special cards. The For the Win Gold Edition comes with Parting Shot as your only special card. In this edition, we also get a bunch more cards. Parting Shot is in there, a couple of them actually, as well as System Upgrade, the ones to respawn the barrels, and a bunch of other odds and ends in there. Nice variety to add more flavor to your games. You also get one blank special card that you can pretty much do whatever you want with, make it into your own scary creation. And with our gadget cards, again, there's a handful of these that you actually get with the For the Win Gold Edition, and they're present here as well. But on top of those, there's a whole deck of new things in here. So some of them, like the ammo packs we've had before, they're just more of them. But these key cards allow you to access the various color-coded doors on the map. The ones that have the one-way arrows, if you have the corresponding key card, you can actually open that door and go through it the wrong way. They're only one use and then you discard them. But they were an interesting new addition to the game. And there's also nuclear rounds. Trying to think what else is new. The suicide bomb is new. And then a couple extras that are just duplicates of cards that already are out there. And that's a look at everything that comes in the Deathmatch expansion for Frag. As I said, there's a good chunk of the stuff you already have. If you have the For the Win expansion for the Gold Edition, you already have the map. You already have the rules and the tokens for the barrels. You already have a couple of the weapons in here and the gadgets and so on. But the Capture the Flag rules, the base tokens, the flags themselves, the nuclear guided missile and the mine launcher, which I love, the napalm launcher, the actual flags, all that stuff is new and in here. The couple of the upgrades in here, the joystick one's actually kind of cool, it increases your movement. And it's just a nice addition. If you're a fan of the game, there's a lot of new stuff in here that's going to add to and expand on your existing game. A couple new weapons, some more of duplicate cards in here to increase your chances of drawing them throughout the course of a game. And it's not a must-have because a lot of it, like I said, is available in the newer edition. If you already have that, if you can find this cheap enough, it's definitely worth adding to your collection just for all the new equipment and things. Or if you don't have For the Win, then you get a lot more out of this with the new map and everything. Overall, though, it's just a fun addition to Frag. Adds more of the same, more new weapons, more ways to kill your opponents. And that's what the game's about anyway. So that's going to wrap it up for our look at Frag Deathmatch. And hopefully it helped you get an idea of what's in this and what's different from this for the Win expansion for the gold edition of the game, and let you decide if it's worth tracking down for yourself. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.